A very good evening and welcome to another edition of Every Voice Matters. Every Voice Matters is a program of Fat Corner Project to educate and raise awareness of young people in Africa towards their expected roles in politics, in nation building, in governance, in leadership in their respective countries. To watch our previous episode on this program, please follow our social media channels, Fat Corner on YouTube and on Facebook. And you can also visit our website, www.fatcorner.org. My name is Gideon Oguniye and I'm your host on the program today. And I have with me as co-host Samuel Uwosho. Welcome to the program, Samuel.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Gideon, for having me.
Thank you. Welcome. So today we are discussing a very important question, and the question is, are young people in Nigeria taking active roles in politics? What are the ways to enhance youth participation in political processes in Nigeria? And to dissect this topic, I have a very special guest on the program today, Prince Adewale Adegoroye, who is a PhD candidate at the Institute of Research in Applicable Computing, University of Bedfordshire, Luton in United Kingdom. He's also a CEO and founder of Log City Limited, both in the UK and in Nigeria. Is a CEO of FarmSoc, a social enterprise agribusiness, which is under Log City Limited, a company he founded in 2019. And Mr. Prince Adewale Adegoroye had his first degree in computer science, computer systems and software engineering from University of Greenwich in the United Kingdom, and he has his master's in business information systems from University of Bedfordshire in Luton in United Kingdom between 2010 and 2011. Welcome to the show, Prince Adewale Adegoroye.
Thank you, my doctor. It's nice having you.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. So let me go straight to the point. Having read through your profile, your educational and professional background, your first degree in computing and software engineering, second degree in business information systems, and now you are doing your PhD in computing science at Adekunle Ajasin at University of Bedfordshire. So the question is, when did you join partisan politics in Nigeria? Why did you join partisan politics in Nigeria? And will you consider yourself a regular contemporary politician or a technocrat?
Thank you, doctor. It's a bit of a question. I won't consider myself a technocrat by the definition. In a way, I am. However, I am a contemporary politician as well. I've been a politician for as long as I know. And if I may say, we are all politicians, whether we belong to one party or not, because we do have to make decisions in our homes, place of work, and even in our personal lives. So I've always been a politician one way or the other, but that of Nigeria, I became part of it in a bit fully effective in 2012. On my constituency, I'm from Akure North, and I'm under Orojuda unit, Abushoro, and that's Ward 5 in Akure North. And I'm 5 in Akure North. So yes, I would say I'm a contemporary politician, but you know my profile. There's no how political I can get. At some point, to some people, I always be a technocrat because the technical skills will definitely come into place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful, sir. I guess, are you the same with other politicians, or you have a unique characteristics?
Oh, definitely. Every politicians are different. No two politicians is the same. No two politicians. They might look the same, appear the same, but they're all different somehow. So yes, like many of them, I am not the same. I am unique, with unique character, unique behavior, and I must say at this point, I have a different kind of mentality and mindset by the virtue of my academic background, social background, living background. And I mean, I've lived in the UK for as long as I can remember. and I've lived in Nigeria for as long as I remember. So yes, I am not the same as them, as many.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Adewale Adegoroye. You know, Africa is a continent of the young. It is what's youngest continent with over 60% of its population as a youth, and they are under the age of 30. And however, the representation of African youth in political processes, leadership programs is limited. Mr. Adewale, the question is, the low participation and representation of young people in electoral processes and governance in Nigeria is of a great concern. Where did we get it wrong in this country?
From inside our families. We got it wrong a long time ago. You see, African, especially the Yorubas, we have a culture whereby the children are meant to be seen, not heard. You realize that even your family, you want to say something, or some people will be like, two adults are talking. What opinion do you have? Think of educational systems. Thank God, my doctor knows this too. When you are in university, right from the moment you got in on 200 level, you're still treated like a primary school student. They're not treated like an adult or someone that might become a professional in the next 2 years. So even when they graduate, 3 years later, 4 years later, the kids are still treating themselves like the little kids that the adults have trained them. The same thing happened in politics. In United Kingdom, you have young labourers between the age of, I think, 16, between the age of, I think, 14 to 19, young labourers, and then you have the ones above them, then you have the adults one, which everybody knows. The same thing conservative, and the young participants as well. Funny enough, these young guys have their own little parliament where they discuss and then they graduate to the next one. In Nigeria now, we said we had the same thing. PDP came to have the same thing, APC came to have the same thing, but how effective are they? Now, so I would say we got it wrong years ago. Now, we had the opportunity of making an impact, and must I say now, youth has always been part of our politics. Whether they say or not. We could remember the Meji Bankole. Youth.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit over 30, but I think it was only 30. We have that. Currently, we have a bit one or two youth serving as a senator, rep, and even as an assembly member. So we do have youth. The question is, do we have enough?
Yeah, the question is, do we have enough?
Talk about the appointments. Do we have? Let's forget about the appointments for 1 second. As a political member, do we have youth? The question is right now, not really.
I think the question is also that how many of them are coming out to actively engage in political parties. So, but what I've noticed is that young people are using social media to express their opinion, to organize protests. However, they remain less engaged when it comes to political processes. But when it comes to using social media, they are very active. So could it be that they found their voice on social media but not in the political arena?
If you want to be honest, because the answer to that forms in two ways. I can tell you the political mind that makes me sound like an angel, or I can tell you the reality. But I'll go with the reality. You know me with that. Right now, they haven't found their voice. Yes, one or two are finding their voice. They are using it effectively, but not enough. Maybe only 1%. Right now, what we see that is happening on social media is, say, for example, you have in the one party, there are 3 contestants. You have their fans of each contestant, aspirant, coming to define why their aspirant should be looked favorably upon. And then you see the words and all that. That is what is happening right now. And the thing is, we have an opportunity for us to use social media as a tool for us to be heard. We have used it before, and we can do it again. We have used it. during the times of not too young to be run, to run.
Yeah.
And that worked. We use it in the times of NSAS.
Yeah.
In a way, it worked. Might not be the 100% what we want, but at some point they listen. So yes, in terms of politics, policy changes and all that, that is what we can put under the idea of open source politics, which is what's happening in most developed world now. We can get to that level. But right now, we are not using it for that. I would say at the moment, most of us are using it more for propaganda rather than as an instrument for us to be heard.
Yeah.
They need to see us that we know what we're talking about and we are ready to participate. Now, let me shift this in, which is one of the part of a question that you asked. Nobody at the moment, I mean, I'm one of them. I decided I was going to come out and I come out. Nobody, but I would say since I've come out, most of the people I've met, I barely see anybody under 36. Let me say from 36 downwards. As a political member, I haven't seen any so far. And I've gone around the 12 wards of my local government. So where are they? We need young people to join parties, to become unit ESCOs, ward ESCOs. I was saying this to one of my leaders yesterday. Actually, it's one of them, they actually raised the question. We need to rebrand our political parties to have youth be a member of a party, have your card as a member of a party, and then maybe in 6 months, 1 or 2 months, you can become a unit leader at 25 or even less, or a ward leader, ward ESCOs. There are these opportunities out there, but the point is right now we have very little people coming out.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Adewale Adegoroye. Currently there are many crises facing the youth. We'll talk about unemployment. We'll talk about the economic crisis and the health issues, including mental instability and every other thing. As someone contesting for an election position in Nigeria, what are your thoughts on how we can address these problems?
Now, thank you, sir. That's what the question I said was a big one. Simply because of our religious mind and mindset. Some of these problems could be addressed as simple as we having a round discussion about it. But let me ask you this question. How many youths, or how many people in general, not just say youth, even the adults, how many people are ready to admit that they have a mental issue? In Nigeria, we only believe there are 2 mental problems in Nigeria. Those mad people tearing their clothes and somebody tapping and misbehaving. We are yet to acknowledge that there are over 100 mental issues out there. Dyslexia is one of them. So many ones. I'm not a mental health person, but many of these I have seen in school. For example, someone with epilepsy, in schools, they beat them as hell. Forgetting is a mental thing.
Ignorance.
Not that to read and write, but we're not ready to accept that. Someone who's going through depression, we are not ready to accept that depression is mental sickness. I'm not just like a mental health. It doesn't mean you have to tear your clothes. I said to people, I said, how many people in Nigeria have one mental instability or the other? Poverty. When you are down there, it's difficult for you to reason well. Now,
exactly, Mr. Adewale. How can we address this?
First to answer this question, we must first of all, as individuals, accept that these crises are real. And they affect us as real human beings. It is until then that we can sit down and say, what can we do? As for me, one of the things I'm trying to campaign now is for us to have like a mental health and community centers like we have in London, whereby I was discussing with the DPO of Iluabu, saying, how can I get a land that I want to have basketball courts in Iluabu, in places like Ibatoro. whereby young kids can come out after school during holiday to play football, to play basketball. These simple acts can take someone of 100% mental health down to 75%. Just them having an opportunity. And these are some of the things that I, as a person, have in plan, and I'm already putting that plan in place.
Okay. Now that you're talking about plans, you are contesting for the position of House of Assembly member, Akure North constituency. So if you are elected as a member of the House of Assembly in Ondo State, what are the other plans apart from this setting up mental health center in your constituency? What are the other plans you have for the people of your constituency?
Now, my focus right now is on two categories of people. The women, because in Akure North, what we have most, there are no white-collar jobs. We have farmers and small-scale businesses. Somebody grinding pepper, somebody selling pepper and all that. And most of them are women. And then we have the youth who are unemployed, roaming about, not having a direction or somebody to act as a mentor to them. So starting with the youth, I'm already looking at a venue whereby we can have mentors, like pastor, I call them youth ambassadors, whereby you can have them as like a career mentors. You want to set up a business, even if you want to go look for a white collar job. You will find out that ask 20 people to bring their CV, only one will have a right CV. And when you ask them, nobody is out there to help them. So that's one of the community set I'm setting up. We're going to have us there, and their job will be that whoever it is under the age of 8, from the age of 18 upward, can walk into the community center to say, if you want to go to school, if you want to go study a course, if you want to look for a job, there will be someone there to help you with your credentials, certificate, look into your CV to help you plan it out, point your direction. If you want to set up a business, I'm looking at a venue. We can encourage farming now. There are many agriculturalists out there. They don't know where to start because they see agriculture as an old baba little job. I'm studying PhD. Even with that, I put that aside and I'm into farm. That for me is a sacrifice that I believe many of them with first degree can emulate to say, if this guy can come from the IOS to come and do this, they too can do it. Agriculture, farming is a responsible job. In the aspect of the women, we're looking at an avenue whereby we can encourage them, empower them. It's not just a matter of saying, we're buying you grinding machine, go there. No, it's a matter of re-educating them into being able to start up a vocational job, business, to make something out of it. And those who are successful under it to say, how can you expand it? How can you say, this is a job of 50,000 naira? I want to make it grow. The problem is, there are financial, not getting enough support. But one of the things I've been telling some of my friends who are house members of a constituency is, how do you generate funds for your constituency? Are you just waiting on government to bring everything? How many businesses are you bringing in to your community? How many people are you talking to in Lagos, in Abuja, to say, bring your business down, we will support you, we will provide security to do this, you can do this? Or are you making policies that will take the small business and break them? Like my motto is, small businesses are the backbone of our community. If we don't look after them, we will never grow.
Yes. Thank you very much, Prince Adewale Adegoroye, for sharing your thoughts with us on the program today. And thanks to all our viewers. Please watch our previous episode and our subsequent episode on our social media channels: Fat Corner on YouTube, FACT in uppercase and Corner in lowercase. And we wish you best of luck, Prince, in your political ambition. And thank you, Samuel, for hosting the show with me today. And this is
you're welcome.
This is the end of the show. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.